Iran's sprawling nuclear facility has come under attack amid ongoing tensions in West Asia. The United Nations nuclear watchdog confirms that Natanz fuel enrichment plant has been struck in the US-Israeli military attacks on the country. These are the satellite images of the Natanz facility. According to Reuters, the images show 2 strikes on access points to the underground levels at the Natanz facility. Experts say the strikes appeared to have occurred sometime between Sunday afternoon and Monday morning. However, it's still unclear whether the US or Israel has hit the Natanz complex. The International Atomic Energy Agency has confirmed that the entrance buildings of Iran's underground Natanz fuel enrichment plant have been damaged. However, it says no radiological consequence is expected. This comes a day after the United Nations agency said there was no indication any nuclear installations had been hit. On Monday, Iran reported loud explosions in the Natanz city, raising risks of radiation. This is the second attack on the nuclear facility within a year. Natanz had suffered extensive damage. Its underground halls were targeted by US bunker-busting munitions last year. President Trump had claimed last year in June that Washington had completely obliterated Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities. The result of repeated strikes has been a dangerous paradox. Each attempt to neutralize Natanz appears to deepen its symbolic and strategic centrality. Natanz is Iran's primary uranium enrichment hub. It is situated about 220 kilometers southeast of Tehran. According to the IAEA, the Natanz facility enriched uranium to 60% purity, a level technically short of but uncomfortably close to weapons-grade material. The facility has come under attack several times in the past. In order to mitigate such risks, Iran has expanded construction at ground at greater depths near Kuhe, Kolang, Gazla, seeking to shield critical infrastructure from future attacks. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that an attack against Iran is urgently necessary as Tehran is building new underground sites to shield its missile and nuclear programs from attacks. U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff has pointed out that Iran had bragged about evading international safeguards to enrich enough uranium so as to get to a place where they could deliver 11 nuclear bombs during the talks last year. Meanwhile, Russia has raised concerns over a rising nuclear threat. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has warned that global nuclear threat is getting more acute due to the war launched by the US and Israel against Iran. He says the widening war increased the risk that nuclear proliferation issues could spin out of control.
This event, this war, which was launched against Iran, can prompt not only Iran but also its Arab neighboring countries to seek to acquire nuclear weapons. That is why it is paradoxical. The declared noble goal of starting a war to prevent the proliferation of nuclear weapons could stimulate exactly the opposite trend.
The head of Russian state nuclear corporation Rosatom says that the Bushehr nuclear power plant in Iran is under threat as a result of the escalating conflict. Likachev has been cited as saying that there is certainly a threat to the plant. He said explosions can be heard just kilometers away and says the plant itself was not being targeted.